Ken says, how important are near me searches in 2025? They're important. I mean, go to Google search. Look, I understand Google's losing market share very quickly, but local is one of the things that is it's not affecting quite as rapidly as it is in traditional like organic based search, non-local search. So it is some, I'm not, as SEOs, we need to evolve beyond just optimizing for Google now. That's plain. I mean, that's clear as day, right? That's very apparent. But near me searches, if you're using Google, and a lot of people for local searches still do, right? Most people still do. If you go to do a search query on your phone, it always suggests, if it thinks the search query is with local intent, it always suggests the near me, right? Always in Google search. And so, of course, it's still important. And interestingly enough, I did testing on this several years ago. There was Angel Cruz, I think his name is. He did a training course many years ago called about near me searches, and at the time, as long as you targeted near me in the SEO title, you could rank like crazy. And so we capitalized on that for a couple of years, and then over time, Google shifted away from having near me as an optimized term on the site, especially in the main optimization elements like SEO titles, H1s, things like that. It started to have a diminished, like it was not producing the same type of an effect, like positive gains from it. And it became more about proximity with what Google understood about the business and the website, which in local search should be associated with the business. And so Google would treat near me searches much more with about proximity and what Google understood about the business and how that was it relevant to the searcher based upon the query and where the searcher was located at the time they searched, if that makes sense. But interestingly enough, Joy Hawkins, she, I'm on her email list for I think it's the Sterling Sky blog or whatever. And whenever I get an email from her, she usually has a video and sometimes an article too, or a Twitter, an X post or something like that. And she did one, I don't know, about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, something like that. It was talking about testing with near me searches and having near me. And she was showing in her blog post about near me searches that Google is actually even using near me in some of but the way that Google does it in some of their own SEO titles is not near me, but near you. So like, search for a blah, blah, blah near you. Right. And so because the algorithm has evolved, right, and now has large language model integrated with it, Google understands it's no longer a keyword based algorithm. Right. So we used to have to hammer the near me term in order for it to rank better, which is because, again, we were trying to hammer that term and increase the density of that term on the page, et cetera. We don't have to do that anymore because near me is what a searcher would search, but the company that provides the solution for whatever the searcher is searching for would be promoting as near you. And so what she was showing, which I completely understand, I've not done any testing myself, but it's logical to me, is that now even Google is optimizing for near you, which is optimizing for near me searches. In other words, they're putting in their SEO titles, their meta titles, whatever the product or service is near you, so that it ranks for near me search queries and it satisfies it. And so I've not done any testing with that, but it's logical to me that has made a resurgence. And so what she was saying was it's not necessary to try to squeeze in the near me terms, especially if you just optimize. Like, so for example, saying like, tree removal service near you and then mention the city name. Right now you've covered all bases in the SEO title or the whatever, H1 or whatever it is you're optimizing for, right? Tree removal or tree removal service is the service. Then near you, which would satisfy the tree removal near me or tree removal service near me, et cetera, search query. And then in, Pikeville, Kentucky. So now you've satisfied a search query, general query plus near me, right? General query plus the location modifier. Does that make sense? So do I think it's important? Yeah, I do. I've not done any specific testing with that recently, but I do think it's important because I still see it all the time in Google search, the near me suggestions.